All right, and we're live. We're back on it again. Tonight, I'm gonna build some, what do you call it? Stalls, market stalls. It's time for market stalls, and I have been building quite a lot actually. But I haven't published any of these because I also need to try if they even work. So, first thing on my agenda today will be, well, first things first, I need to share with the Discord as I always do. So here. Gotta drop this in. Okay. Oh, if you're watching this later, I will put in a little, how do you say, link to where the building begins. All right, let me just get a quick little screenshot here. This one. Gonna drop that in. Placed together. Okay. Right. Yeah, I guess I can mention that here too. I have made some discoveries while building here. Like this one. I haven't really seen this too much, which is just, these are just these little new signs we got, and they can be stacked together like that to really fill shelves, which I like. But you can also use them to fill these green baskets with stuff very quickly, and they just add a little extra, and they have color. I love that they have color. I like the white ones too, the white and black here. That's great, but I love that we got some colorful pieces here. That really helps. So, do like that. All right, let's see here. Where shall we go first? Yes, the market. So I was thinking just to test the market, I've uploaded a few of these pieces. These are, what do you say? I got some phone booths and what are these called? Vending machines? Yes, I got some vending machines, like large, chunky vending machines that you can place in your street, and smaller lineups that are, just a little bit more interesting than the standard, meat and soda. Like there's only so many times I can see those two together. I get a little bored. So this is my attempt at adding some variety to them with some different signs, and I like this one. It's kind of like it's a solar panel. It kind of looks like a gaming device or something. Anyway, I like that. Also like this little trick here. It's just a TV piece, and it's just a big TV inside, or a big screen inside. I just noticed, did I make a mistake with this one? Because this one is hovering over. No, that's probably because I moved. So I'm just gonna check now. Oh, no, I'm nervous. So you can get this thing as well by just searching vending. Vending? My goodness, I hope that, yeah, there you go. Here they are, and here's the first one. Let me just drop that on the ground. Yeah, that's it's firmly on the ground. So yeah, you can find a bunch of the new ones. I'm gonna make more of these. These are really fun to make, and I try to make them usable from both sides. So they kind of have a double purpose. Except for this one, this was the first one I made, so I only made it usable from one side. I don't think this side is very interesting. I think this one is pretty cool. This one too, it works from this side, and it works from this side. So you can just place them in the middle of the street or up against a wall. And you know, that adds a lot of interest to your city immediately. But in order to make your city really interesting, you need some vendors. And whether you are placing these next to your buildings or as its own market, it's up to you. I'm gonna test them now for the first time. And I'm gonna use the city. Let's see here, I have the city tile that I made. So you can find them too. You search for Lemurian 01, that's the code I'm using for large slabs. So I'm just gonna use this one and I do a road, maybe. Yeah, okay. So you can make these are very easy to build here. Obviously inspired by Lego plates, and I recommend that you try them out if you don't want to build your own roads. That takes a while. I do hope that I can make more interesting stuff in there. But anyhow, let's see here. What can we do? I wanted to have a nice entrance to this market. So I'm gonna try this thing right here. Oh, I just realized if I want the lighting to be the way I want it here, I have to turn this like so. Yep. Okay, now we're ready. Let's see here. I'm gonna have a little entrance booth thingy. You step off here. The first thing that greets you is, of course, vending machines. And here I will two different signs. That way I suddenly have something that looks like they look different enough, but they are the same. That's fun. To give this variety, you can maybe delete one of them or add something very quickly. I always try to give them some variety, but since I'm just testing, I'm gonna leave them there. And then the first thing that greets you as you enter is usually like, you know, it's kind of like the anchor in a mall, like how we have Sears and so on. I don't know if you've been to the US, but they usually have big anchors that draw people in. So we have to start strong here. When this is one of the larger little market stalls I have built, and I imagine that this place is pretty popular with people visiting the market. So I'm gonna start with that early on here. And then let's see. Oh yeah, fresh produce. You always need, not like these guys plan this market that much, but you know, any market needs to start with some fresh produce. And here I'm gonna carve some room for this market right here. There we are. I might give this a backside too. I made these things so that you can totally just leave them like so, like they don't look too bad in general, but I would recommend having things up against each other or having a wall here or something. That. And I realized I have made a small mistake here. I need something as a corner here as well. I can't just plop it down right there. And I don't really have a lot of corner pieces, so that's going to be something I will have to make. Could probably get away with something. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. We have a lot of stalls here. Lots and lots of stalls. Okay. What could work in a corner? Oh, hello. There's totally a little corner here. Yeah, I don't have anything else, do I? Not really. No, no, everything is kind of decided to be facing outward. So we're going to use the one and only corner we have. Just wares. Maybe these two are connected. Oh. Bring them up to the right here. But yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna just delete these so I can place down market stalls. Again, I haven't tried this. I don't know what it's gonna look like. It might not look good. I think it'll look good. You never know, right? Let's continue with some more. Another market. Here you can also see that these create a natural connection here, and because you have these wall pieces and these tubes, then when you place them up against each other like this, it's fine. It's fine. And I have another thing I'm doing like that too, and I'll show you in a second. This, by the way, is a problem I see. So I have a sign here. If you have a booth here, suddenly that sign is kind of just not in a good place. So I'm probably going to move it to that side, even though it's a little, that'll be fine. I think you have a sign that you're seeing as you walk into the market. It's fine. Because all of the booths almost are. Oh, but it wouldn't make sense because this one. All right, whatever. I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's add some more markets. I'm gonna add this guy. It's a chunkier market style. See here. Yeah, okay. Now this became kind of like an extension naturally. I didn't plan for that, but these two look like they belong together now. And that's cool. That's cool. That's what I try to do with these markets. Sometimes they kind of are meant to be together. We'll see. Let's add something that isn't a food market here. And I wanted to try these. These are just dividers. I want to make a bunch of these so you can just have a natural divide between stores. Here's just like storage. Yeah. The players won't really think about those as they pass them, but I will as I build them. Okay, what else could we do? What do we sell here? Oh yeah, food vendor. And never have. Oh, this is actually one of the very first stalls I built. So you can see it's a little simpler and doesn't have the backing that other places do with the pipes. And you know what? That's fine. Need some variety. That's okay. Oh, kind of like that. It's one of the darker stalls, so you might want to install lights on some of these stalls. If you ever use them, I'm gonna make every one of these stalls available to use. I will put them as slabs, but before I put anything as a slab, I always test just to be sure. Here I notice this feels a little crammed, and you know that's cool and all. This is Cyberpunk, but that felt this tank right here deserves some space. So I'm just gonna make a little spot in between here. You could probably also use these. You know, we'll be walking around. Okay, let's see what's up next. Oh yeah, the juice factory. I'm actually proud of this one. This one was fun to make. I actually managed to make a little story, and I normally don't get to do that with builds. But clearly they're making some juice here, and there's some crap going on. Maybe you notice that this is meant to be a little machine producing. I don't know. The exit here didn't really work, but it's fine. And of course they're selling them here. So I don't know. I felt that worked. I felt that worked. And I also like to use these, the chain link fences. They're great for just dividing things when you need a divide. You can add them too if you ever put up a market like this. I don't want them to interact. But here you probably want some walkthrough. That's a toy store, by the way, if you can't tell. Again, no lights because I haven't had time. I also started very early on making these very, very, very thin little stalls. I don't know how many of those I will make. They're fun to make. They're actually a little harder, like you have so little space. And you kind of need a side piece anyways, but might make a few of them. I think this is a good place for a main road through here. And let's see here. Here I'm planning on having the arcade that I built. So you know what? We're gonna bring the arcade in now. This is a arcade. Oh, it's not entirely finished, is it? These bears are hovering. We cannot have that. Just gonna give them a little shelf to sit on. Right there. So we have to move this guy a little. It's kind of like the attendant's little office payment area here. Some prices. We have 4 arcade games, and you can find these if you just search for arcade. Oh, there's actually some. I didn't even search this before I did it myself. There's been made some really cool arcade. Oh my gosh, Black Wolf. Black Wolf Magic always makes the best stuff. Look at that. That is so cool. I love that. That is so creative. Oh, this too. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna steal all of those. Also, oh, same guy. Same stuff. Yeah, fantastic Dance Revolution. Love it. Oh, this one. It's a claw game. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, I'm gonna add that to the market. Oh, motorcycle racing game. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Building this market just became way easier. Those are great too. Those are great. Yes. Oh my goodness. All these. Man, those are good. So, yeah, I'm gonna have those. I only have like 4 little machines here, and they're all using the same style. It's gonna help sell the idea that these are machines, but yeah, I definitely have to add some of the Black Wolf stuff to this market. So in this market that I'm building here, if I'm happy with it, I will make this. Oh no way! I will make this available too on the mod browser. No way! No way! I didn't plan for that. But the main road, which I just said is gonna go here, is going perfectly. This fits perfectly, and oh, wonderful! That's a rare treat. Okay, so we're gonna have. Might not use that road, but this helps me. This helps me plan. Okay, we actually do a 3-piece walkway in between. I don't normally do that, but today I felt like three call it 3 tiles is the right number. Okay, so we're starting to get a little entry here. Thing here. Okay. Where can yeah, definitely gonna be bringing in those, but bring them in now. Like this would be a perfect place for a big log game. Ah, there it is. Okay. Love that. That is so awesome. That is so perfect. Okay. Oh, and the racing game too is really, but can I just add it there? It's kind of like part of the entire thing going on here, right? Like so. You know, I'll say this. I think it will just look fun. So I'm gonna keep it in there. Ah, the other ones too are great. I will probably have to bring them in. You can find mine are in dark arcade games. And yes, they all have names. Okay, we got that. We need some more markets on the side here and here as well. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Oh yeah, this one would actually look kind of nice. This is more like a tire shop or something. Man, I really hope that we get some tools soon. Oh, look at that. It fits perfect. Some tools so that you can make workshops and stores and things like that. Just a big wrench to hang on a wall or lay down on a desk would it would look really good. Would really help sell certain stories, you know. Now I'm also going to add. Right? No, no, I won't do that. But I will put it on the back here, for example. Yeah. I wonder if I will not put them up against each other like that. Instead have a little walkway in between them. Something nice about that. Might even fill it with something. But it's kind of nice if you can walk up on like a thing here and look at the different... Yeah, just have a little secret, not secret, but a little extra, you know, for the players to discover and move around. I think that would be cool. Okay, we're gonna get back to that later. But now, we're gonna get some more, what do you call it? Some more stalls in here. What are we gonna pick next? Maybe the weapon store. Yeah, weapon store is always good. But it's legal or not, it's not clear. Definitely think we will have some room here. Here, yeah. Just have a little sneaky way through there. I do, yeah, I'm not gonna make this a perfect straight line throughout. Like if you do that, it gets very boring, very fast. But you can't vary it too much. So we'll see what I do. Gotta get some stalls. And this will be so much easier once you have these as slabs, and I am going to upload them, but I just need to see if they work first. This is actually maybe one of the first ones I built, so I think it still works. I think thematically it would fit nicely across from these. Yeah. Maybe I even put in one. Put it somewhere that you can't see the other one. Yeah, there it is. It probably. Maybe I put it down here. Yeah, maybe like that. Okay. And again, sometimes if you notice like, oh, I can see this one here, I can see this one there, and they're kind of like very similar. Just take it away. Or just move this one somewhere else. I'll do it, and immediately they look a little bit different. Just duplicate some of these things, take away thing, move something up, you know, and suddenly they don't look as similar anymore. And that's what matters. There you go. All right. Now, I should just take this away too. Make it look a little bit less like that original store. There we are. Now it's different. Okay. I need more stalls. More stalls. Yeah, man. Do I have any 3 or 4? 3 or 4. I can use 2. Find something. will fit. Oh, there's the fuel store. It's very recognizable. I don't like the fuel stores part. I think it looks cool, but I think it's really important to when you're building to be conscious of, like, don't use too many things. Like, I kind of feel like I use too many things here. It's like it's overkill. You don't need that many. You can do it with fewer. That's good. I'm probably using the same amount of. Yeah, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. I don't like to flood my maps with tons and tons and tons of things. That's never good. Looks busy a little bit too fast, right? I'm gonna use this thing. Oh, kind of funny. It actually looks acceptable this way too. Wasn't planning for that, but here we are. I could probably just move this over here. And I'm holding down Shift to move things horizontally, and that's it. So, small tip. Small tip. Okay. What else do we put here? Yeah, we're gonna add some. I just realized I have a bunch of containers. Oh, I should make those separate. But these containers would actually work here. If you've been to like markets around different places, containers are very often used to make makeshift markets like this. Like you reuse them, and that can really add some authenticity. I'm gonna add a container here, even though you technically would want to have the container open. I think this will still work. It's a big chunky red container. That'll help. You can even put them between here to fill things out a little bit. So, put something. I'm kind of trying to plan out the map here. If we go through here and there. Yeah, let's have it here as if this is the market is kind of like storing some food in there. Okay. That'll work. Let's steal one more. One more trailer. No, container. You can even stack them too. Like if you stack them and then you can have them like so. So you get some height. Not gonna do that this time because I don't want to spend that much time on this map. But in this case, I'm gonna use this. And add some interest to this map. I'm thinking if I might move that later, but I can also take these away, and I think the front and side of them are still fine. So, okay, let's get back to the market stalls. Get some more food stalls in here. Definitely need. Now I'm still of the opinion that these look better when I have some room between them. And this is why I upload, this is why I build things like this before I upload markets now, or any slabs, not markets, slabs. So you start to learn, you start to see how these things really work. Like here, for example, I know more and more notice that I need to build some more corner units. Important. We'll get to that in a little bit. A little food market here as well. There's a door here, so I don't want to block that person in. gotta be because there's a, maybe we keep this area open and put something in. Let's see here. What room do we have? Could probably get away with this. Do one on both sides. Yep. I think we can get away with that. Let's see if we do. Never know. Gonna bring all of these over now. That'll make me a little bit faster. Just gonna copy that. I definitely want to use that one more time. Especially around here. This is kind of like the fruit market. Fruit market? No. Vegetable market. The grocery market? I don't know. It's late. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks lovely. Have a little walkway through here, and through here, and we're gonna make some boots here. It's almost like a little square here once we put in these. That'll be lovely. Gotta make a corner vegetable, like green store. Oh, got that piece over here. Oh, that's too far down. That's why I have floors on these. I just find it's way easier to build if you have some tiles at the bottom. I could totally have done these with no tiles, but I also find that the tiles really help sell the story of the place. So, yeah. We'll probably put some tables or something here. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so cozy. That's gonna be lovely. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. There's also this one. It's kind of like a more up-end thing, but all right. Use that. There's a little bit crammed there for what it is. I feel like someone with this like it just looks nicer, so I feel like they might even be connected to this container, right? Make little stories as you go along. I just wonder if, yeah, I'm gonna lift it up occasionally. No, they don't all need to be on the same level. No reason for them to. Just gonna carve out a street here. Be this. That open and just like a small little gap that you get through here. Actually takes me back a lot to markets that I've been through in my life, so that's kind of part of it too. When you're building something like this, it's kind of like you're going back through your memories. Just remember what you've seen, and you want to just recreate it, right? Part of the fun. So that's a nice little restaurant down here. Yes. Never mind how people get in there. That's not important. Here we have the back side, and it's not too pretty, so just duplicate and move it. And voila, nobody will know. I also used the sails when I built this, so the sails from the ship pack. A lot of mixtures here. So the sails, it's like, I feel like they look like tarps, really. In fact, this would probably be a better backside. I like that. I like that a lot. I feel it works. So we're gonna go with it. Now, I do also realize something as I was building this time, and that was we don't really have great floors for the modern stuff. We have lots of black and silver and gray floors, and those are wonderful, but they're all that color. Could really, some of this, for example, and I don't want to put them down because that implies that someone has been placing tiles down. That doesn't really work for me here, but this is my favorite floor for kind of temporary-ish things. In fact, I might even elevate this dining area a little bit here. As we have it's so silly. I am so silly for doing it. I like the thought of having a little restaurant up there, you know. Let's see, where is that? It's industrial, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. I can just Here I'm just holding down Shift and X in order to build a little fence quickly as it snaps into place. And then we just need some furniture. Very, very cheap furniture on the table here. Oh, do we have a table? Man, we really need like a small... that table is just ridiculous. Maybe this one. Very temporary. Oh, too big. Maybe we... I know some people would scoff at what I'm about to do, but I think it's fine to add a wooden chair to this scene because that chair is just, it has a better size. Maybe if I move that, there we go. Okay. Now you have a little spot there. I wonder, should we put a little signs here, add to it? Where's that food sign that I thought was everywhere? Hello, big food sign. There we are. This one. Right here. Have a little bit of extra, and it will probably be nighttime here, so we will use one of our lights and have that favorited down here. And that up here. I imagine they installed it. Give their guests somewhere to eat. Oh, and because we do have dining here, what kind of food are we serving? Rice and stuff? Okay. Put that there and a little bottle. Maybe a little glass, yes. Or maybe it's dip. Who knows? Could be anything. All right. You could even put this down here to suggest that, oh, that it is reinforced. So, and then it becomes a little bit more livable. And I'm gonna move this one back here. as your market, whatever you build, takes form, you can start to see that, oh, okay, you know what? Some of these things just, you need to give players good space as they move around. So I'm just gonna move that in. Might even give it a little extra there. Yep. Sorry, guy with the pumpkin booth. Your place has been downgraded. That's just the way it is. All right. Okay. What is this game? This is TaleSpire. And TaleSpire is a virtual tabletop simulator where you can build landscapes. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm building in order to share with others so they can use this. Well, in this case, it's a cyberpunk-ish market. I'm just building in order to provide this to anyone who wants to use it in their copy of TaleSpire. And let's see here. My plan was to build more, but really I want to see how this market works out here. It's working fine so far, but I keep finding that I'm tempted to. Oh, that I want to do is that I want people to be able to walk here. So yeah. Well, maybe we don't put a booth there. We don't have to. This is the play area, and because that's the play area, I'm gonna put some flooring here, but not what we're using for the roof. That would be a little weird. We are. And bring this one down too. So I think it's time for our chicken vendor. Small guy here. The nice things with these boots too is as you use them, they don't all have to be the same. You can always vary them. Vary them if you want to. Nobody's gonna know. Here I have this small little booth with a chicken on. We could take that chicken away. And let's give him a roasted pig. That's a bit much. So let's hop on over to kitchen and food in the modern section. And you can, let's put some meat on there. Yeah. Like so. And you can also put one here on that's sanitary. And some more. And food here, actually, maybe one of these. I'm just holding down Alt to rotate it. Just saying that in case any of you are new to TaleSpire, then not all the stuff I'm doing is gonna make sense. But hopefully you'll pick it up quickly and start building and start publishing. Start publishing, put stuff as slabs. Just makes everything better. And so far I am feeling good about the slab system that I have here, so I'm definitely gonna publish this very, very, very soon. Yeah. Put a chicken vendor somewhere else. Where does he go? Where does he go? Maybe he hangs out here. Yeah, why not? Yeah, he's like on this. He's making a living for himself out there. Perfect. I try to vary the texture on even this stuff. I think it's a good thing to vary it a bit. I'm wondering what I want to do in the front here. I might just do some storage or something. I wonder if we have clutter at all. At least that's the word I usually use. Oh, I did make these row of tiles because that could definitely work in a place like this. So we'll put some other things too. I mean, this is literally garbage. But I think that works with the rundown kind of feel we're going for here. This is a very tired part of town. So, gotta use that. And if we use tires here like that, we should use them elsewhere too. For example, we might put some in the side here. So, what else do we have here? Do we have anything else? Oh, those are cool. Winston is always making cool stuff. Love it. Oh, magic laboratory clutter. Very nice. Winston knows the clutter word. Very good. Oh, these are not. Oh, those are lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a thumbs up. Those are lovely. Oh, we also have these that I made for the frontline ops, but they could work here. They're just storage. You could kind of, yeah, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Let me see if there's something else here. Probably medieval, but they're all great. Love them. Love, 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 love. I need modern stuff though. Come on. Lots of things uploaded here, which is great. Oh, also did these. I think they could work somewhere. Pack of those there. Definitely gonna use them somewhere. I'm gonna put that over there. And you could find that with warehouse clutter. Here, army supplies. Yes. We put those. Yeah, of course, in front of the army store. Do we have something else? No, these are very army style. But you can use those tires we just had. Tires, 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 tires. Tires for everybody. Everybody gets a tire. Let's see. Oh, really? No, tire? Tire stacked. What? What? Oh, who is making these stacks? Mundus Mortem. I love you, Mundus Mortem. I'm going to use your stack of pals. I'm going to give you a fat like right there. What a surprise. Okay. Oh, tiles. Oh, I call them tiles. Oh, no. Oh, I did it on all of them. Well, if that isn't an early sign of dementia, I don't know what is. I'm going to go change the tiles names. Oh, wow. Wow. That's something to consider. All right, that's coming together. Do you like how that looks? Use them here too. Just guide people in. Big stack boxes. You know what? I like it. I'm glad that you made that. Oof, they're a bit too big for me, I see. Yeah. Should put them here. And yeah, thank you. This is why I love Slabs. You can find so much cool stuff there. That's what I'm building right now. Is this is gonna be part of my current name is Vendorama. So vendor, and that will be how you can easily find it by just searching for one word. I try to do that for all the things that I make. I just use one word, like grimdark. I really shouldn't have used that word, but grimdark has all of the grimdark 40k inspired stuff that I have built. You can use that anytime. Actually, some of these. Oh yeah, it's not grimdark. It's Factorium. Was it? You can see these on mod tile. Some of these would actually work here, like this loader crane, for example. Would probably look pretty cool, as if this was like a former work site. I mean, we have we can use that in the background. That's pretty cool. I mean, you could probably use this too to move things around and so on. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be part of this. I built this for 40k, but I still think it works as like just normal sci-fi cyberpunk. You could use some of these too, as if you are. Yeah, maybe we do. Let's see. Yeah, yes. How about that? Like, is it a good place to have a market? Absolutely not. But hey, we're in the future and everything sucks. Cyril Faith, thank you for stopping by. I love you too. I will definitely keep as long as you keep watching, I will keep publishing for sure. I got a little sidetracked here. That I was just doing the different. I got the throne world now as well, which lets you build 40k cities pretty fast. I don't think any of those will work for this though. And of course we got pod living. It's inspired by Equals builds. These are just stuff that you would put inside of little pods, of little spaces. But many of these could actually work partially as the beginning or even as a full little market thing of some sort. So this, for example, can be very helpful if you're building a large spaceship, for example. What's this one called? Shelf help. Oh yeah, search for shelf help. Shelf help. Get it? And I have some of these. Yeah, so I'm gonna put on way more shelving and things like that. That can relap. I'm gonna use some of these in this build as well. I thought I knew where I was. Yeah, here we go. Oh, or maybe we use this one. There. Just storage. Storage takes forever to build, but when you have this, it won't. Also, this is very helpful. So I'm gonna use this. Very cool. There we are. Put one of these here. Okay. Gonna have to have one on the side here just to show that that's also possible. Okay. Let's see what we can finish this. And they have a lot of broken ACs here, don't they? Okay. What are we gonna do here next? We need to fill in that market as well. It is very tempting to just fill all of this in with boxes here and kind of call that a day. Especially since we're next to the big crane. It's like, hey, they're bringing in wares here. So, yeah. If you mix these, even though some of them are wooden, they kind of just start to blend together, I find. So, okay. You betcha that your players will be jumping up on these and doing something. Okay. This is also an interesting place. I think I have some sort of storage unit. Or is there anything I can use for that? This one? That's an interesting little weapons, so I can use it. And this is the Army Camp Mess Hall supplies. Yeah, those are also in the Frontline Ops collection. Of stuff you need when you go to the front line. Because I do remember that that was one of the key things that my players would always do. They would always end up in some war. We were young. War was exciting. Okay, I'm gonna put in bigger stall here. And I gotta be careful here. Ooh, kind of a little tight there, so maybe we put those together. Oh wow, bleeds into that's a good thing to be aware of. Yeah, that's why I never put those too close to each other. Where else can we put it? Can we put it here? Yeah, I kind of believe that. Could almost fit it here. that's so wrong. I'm gonna do it. That's just terrible. Okay, what else can we do here? Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have some boots on the other side here. And here I'm gonna take this piece. I said I was gonna let players explore a little bit, and I mean that. I'm gonna put this here. Oh, and this one will be on here. There. Now that looks weird on its own, but as soon as you put that little stall in front here, it's gonna look perfectly fine. So let's find a stall. What stall have we not used from our eclectic collection here? Oh, right, this weird weapon store or whatever it is. Very futuristic. Let's use that. Even though it's in a weird part for it to be that kind of store, but whatever. Whatever. I'm trying to be a bit thematic with different places here. Okay, we need one more. One more. Can we use... What have we used? What haven't we used? I think I've actually almost used everything now. Now this must be... Whatever we put in this one must be something really lovely. Might have to make a new one. Oh, forgot the shoe store. See, we have some shoes and boxes and things like that. This one was a lot of fun to make. I definitely encourage you to make your own stores here. And I would say the key that I discovered here was like just keep adding boxes, you know. It'll look good. In a world like this, cyberpunk style, you know, everything's gonna be crammed. Now I'm wondering, I might actually replace this. I might want to have... I told myself that this shoe store, a store that feels that chunky and has like a lot of stuff going on. Ah, okay. I destroyed this one. Will be... It won't be near the exit. It will be in a more relaxed space. So, and this feels like that. This feels like we're much further into the market here, and I like that. Now, is this little space here? That could be okay. You don't want it to feel too tight in these places. And hide that a little bit. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, I'm so excited for that. And we're gonna double this one up so we have some light there. But I feel like there needs to be a little something. Could we have a... Yeah. Warehouse? Is that... yeah, maybe. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Mundus Mortem, you're making some cool stuff, man. Very nice. Warehouse, okay. Is this all we have? A very... No, I made that one to be so generic. Nah, I don't want that. I want a good spot here. Someone would put something of interest there. since I don't see anything. Oh, look at me. Gotta fix this. And as I try to fix it, I pushed out. Yeah. And we do this with precision. Yes. Yes, we can. Wonderful. There we go. I'd like it just being halfway up. Yep. So, right. We put a little, some of that, like something like that. Right, like a mini shop on the side there. What do you sell in tiny shop like that? Make a little cashier. Oh, this is when I really wish we had something to hang on the wall. We don't really have a lot of that. Oh, guess there is one thing you could use, and that is the the kitchen gear from the medieval. You know what? Kind of fits. I'll put that there, and then just double up on it. And you know what? As the players just pass by that, they're not gonna think twice about that being a little odd. You feel it's odd, you can always cover it with something. This here. What else can we add to this little spot here? Maybe something with a little bit of color on it for interest. Maybe an odd little sign. You're starting to have something with a little bit more detail in it. It's making it believable. Sometimes if I'm really unsure of what to place, well, don't forget you should always look at what you're selling and then get some of that. I see this flask. Oh, no, that didn't work. But what we could do is, since we have been blessed with open containers, over there, then we can do that. And put some bottles. Bottles for sale. There. It's not perfect. It's not installed quality, but you know. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. Okay. Man, I gotta make a pie shop. Ugh. So many cool things. So I did make a templates as I'm building these things, these actual stalls. I copy the baseline for them, slightly taller, slightly thicker, and that way I have them available for when I get inspiration. So here's the basic one. I think for a pie shop, I need to make a pie shop. I think for the pie shop, I'm gonna use this one. Just gonna place it over here. And I'm going to use these as well. Oh, where is it? There it is. Maybe, oh, those are too thick. I really want to make at least one, use at least one. I'll show you why in a second. Because it just gives them a kind of tie-in with the others. Like I always try to use one or two elements from the other boots. That's why I have the back here, and also the floors are generally the same. I've used black ones generally for grocery or vegetable stores. Like it's a little tie-in, little things. I think that makes it better and easier for people to follow. what are these things and how do they tie together? Okay, so here I've started using these shelves more and more. Not too often, but occasionally. Oh. And I do like them. I feel like this place would have a block. To be sure to get those buns out when they're ready. I need a nice little table here. And what else? Now, all these are, I like these, but you really have to mean it when you use them. Oh, that's nice. Put that on the top bottom shelf here. Now, where did that pie go? The pie is not in this section, is it? No, it's not. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have some ingredients. There we are. Let's find some flour, shall we? There. No, 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 no. Don't get distracted now. There we are. That's the pie I was looking for. Is it weird to have a pie shop in a cyberpunk market? Absolutely. But you know, it's your market. You do what you want to do with that market. So will I. I will definitely have a pie place. Important to have silly little places. Silly little places in your markets. Usually, I find that's what the players will remember, anyways. None of the cool stuff, just the pie market. I'm gonna put them up here too, even though they wouldn't probably store them up there. It just helps visually to tell the players what is this place all about. Can we fit? Ooh. We can. Yeah. Put some of these here. And where did the... Oh, of course. This is where the flower is. Where's the flower? There it is. There it is. There. Okay. There we are. That's better. Need some of this. No, probably not. Okay. I feel like this is one of those places I want to use this and then tie it over. Let's see. So many pieces now. Here. Anything here we want to use? Tea shop. I need to make a tea shop too. There's so many things. If you have any suggestions, you can drop them in the chat. I might be able to. Let's see here. Ship. Yes. It's too long. I'm always a little worried that this will be. No. No, it works. I don't know why. I just kind of wanted to have something hanging here. Maybe it's for light, for example. Even though I should make a little light here like that. I definitely want some lights hanging here. See? Because that gives a nice color to the pies. And sometimes I also like to just take a flame like that and just put it inside, and then everything will have a nice Glow at night. Let's see what that looks like. Yes. Could probably have something up here too, but we have space. Okay. I like it. We'll keep it. Right, breaker shop. Oh, is there anything else? Did I miss something? No. I think I can fit this here. Pie shop. Let's see if we have even the room for you. I only made you because I was inspired, not because I needed a thing your size. Could put it here. Could also put it over here. Especially if I put it here. Terrible place for a market, but overall this will be a fun little place for the players to visit, so I think that'll work out. And I might break my rule about having this inside the market because I feel it just fits over here. There we are. And let's see what other show. Oh yeah. Just put that here. Like I said, like move and take things out here and there, and suddenly you have something else entirely. So, right. I think it needs some more tires, or as we have discovered, tiles. Oh my goodness, that's so silly. Tiles. Oh, are people putting up things named tiles? Interesting. Check that out. Okay, we need some tiles here. Yes, we do. Have them on the side here. It also gives some variety to this place. Oh, yeah. Lots of tires. Again, you can find tires too. Search for stacked. I will rename them to tires. I really will. Okay. Oh, that's a terrible place for a bake shop, and I love it. Just looking for little gaps and things. All right, we are missing something there. I think we're gonna have some tires in the middle here. Yeah. It just breaks up these straight lines here, especially now that we have this arcade. Arcade actually make the interior a little bit more open than I wished it for. It almost makes me want to do like a fenced-in arcade, but it's too tight, so I can't do that. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with that little issue there. Could put. Oof. What can we put? Could put some tires here. I think we can get away with that. Feel like a more, and also of course some clutter in the middle here. I mean, God, it's Del Riastra, this place, right? And what I mean by that is, you gotta put some clutter here and there. I always try to hide that big rock so that it doesn't take up too much attention. But I find that just adding some of this can really help the entire place from looking too perfect. Don't want that. This one can be placing those throughout, and immediately it just ties it together a little bit more. Anything you can do to make the players believe that this place was built in one piece and not multiple. Okay. Got that, we got this. We still have this little area here. We put some markets there. We have that. Yeah, we have it right there. So this one will probably not be used again in this market. So I plan. Oh no, you know what? I could put it here. In front of this. So, wherever you can make money, you're gonna find vendors, and this is a popular market. Yeah, there's gonna be some people on the outside trying to make a living. Go. Take that away. Okay, and goods. Where else do we put the goods right now? Put them outside. No, that's too cluttered. Have some goods here waiting to be stocked or something. Gotta sink it all the way into the ground here so it looks right. Yep. These guys can be placed around there. I love how big these are. You can always place them and they look fine. Almost anywhere, I'd say. Almost. Especially here, like in the streets like that. These, that's perfect. There, I already have one of those. It's fine. And let's not forget, we have this too. Let's see. Like that. I love the idea of these little side streets here. Just adds even though it's a little, I feel it adds a lot of dimensionality. And normally if I had more time, I would be adding way more of that stuff to this build to give like some depth and some vertical depth to it. But since we don't have that, yeah, we're gonna keep it simple. I'm wondering if I can find something else in the Factorium selection here now. No, definitely not. Did I make anything in the Grimdark that would fit here? Grimdark. What do we have? All sorts of things here. Many of these can be used. Usually by just taking away a skull or something. Yeah, these are. I would definitely do something like that. But since this is a walkway, I won't do that. Ah, there it is. And I have some weirdness on it, but I feel like this one can work. Oh, no. I was wrong. It doesn't work at all, so I'm just gonna place it over here. There we go. Okay. All right, players will most likely not go back there anyways. What about more vending machines? Is there any vending machine I haven't used? This one, for example. I don't think I see any spots for it. But then maybe this one on the outside here. Use this one. I have to remove these tires. Yep. Okay, can use that right there. Boxes things in a little bit more, making it feel a little bit more crammed, you know. Clockbunk. What? No name. No idea who made that. Very mysterious. How about that? We have a space for these? No? No? I gotta get out. I can't put it there. Only place is this place, and you know what? That's what we're gonna do. Just like that. When you have a little opening here, the players can start from this area too if they like to. Yeah. I see a place we need some tiles. Tires. This wall is a little bit too dull here. Oops. Lots of tires. When in doubt, just add a tire. There we go. That softens up that entrance a bit. And I said I wasn't gonna use these at all. And instead I'm gonna use these. Place those here. I'm generally for the concrete. I'm using a combination of these two concrete tiles and then this street. I think it's called street, or maybe it's pavement. No, it's called. Oh, I forgot. We don't have names on them. You have to go on TaleSpire to see the names. So I don't know. Sidewalk. Sidewalk. Actually, we could add some interest here by popping in one or two, just adding this piece. It's breaking up some of that monotony. Here. In fact, I'd like to just totally change it up too. Occasionally just place one of these down as if something is being held together. You don't have to do that, but I find it's so subtle that it's allowed. And it just helps. Helps the look. Again, you don't have to do that. It's a little crazy. But, you know, whatever you can do to help your players navigate and enjoy the. Now this street right here got really tight as well, so I'm gonna put down this here, and I definitely see I'm gonna have to put down one of those AC units, so to say, here. And then we can bring in this. It'll make it much easier for the players to walk around on these and see things. Here I see we definitely have a little fence. So same thing here. You know, that rope is pretty good as a fence. Oops. Double click, hold down shift, and then just move around. Place it where you want. Oh, now we have players can access that area. These also have great coloration on them. Love just using the middle button to give them some, just reorient them. Just click in the middle. See, it's dark corners moving around. Help with the look. Suddenly felt inspired to move it around like that. I don't know why. Put some that there. So now we have a bit of an entrance here. It's a little tighter than I wanted to, but it'll work. It'll work. You can even mix this style in as well. I think that works perfectly. Trick is not to overdo it. I think occasionally, here and there, where it sort of makes sense, I would place them. I was just looking at like, what else have I used? Am I doing too much? Could even sync them down once occasionally. When I do that, I like to put something entirely underneath, just to suggest that something weird is further down. Like that. You could even, since this is a restaurant kind of deal, maybe there's like a grease trap or something. You can use this. That'll work. Okay. All right, the market is coming together. I think the final pieces. Oh, I almost forgot this little market here. What are we gonna put? What are we gonna put as a market then? Something on the outskirts. What's a good outskirts store? Need to make more of those. That kind of feel a little barren. So I'm gonna use this thing. So I made this and also this thing, which are just meant to be fillers, like empty abandoned stores and so on. So you will need those as well, especially if you make a really big market. I do hope that once I put these up on mod.io that you will use them for your own campaigns. That would be so cool if you did. And I have a small dream actually of making this slab set, if you will, into a set that anyone can build in. I mean, you can, but it's easier if you have some of the beginning pieces. Maybe I should just publish that as a. Maybe I should just publish that as a starter set, and anyone can get started on it. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Okay, starting to feel okay here. So the final piece is to turn off the lights. Literally. Yeah. I'm gonna make a, well, actually it won't matter because I'm gonna upload this as a slab. But what I like to do is just go nighttime. Usually crank up the exposure a little bit. And fog. Don't remove fog. Have a little bit, but the default I find isn't great. So okay, here we go. Where do we need lights? It's a pretty nice entrance here. I wonder what would happen if we added some red light here. Is that too much? Yeah, maybe. A little intense. But we definitely need something here. Just at the beginning. What about those these were? Oh yeah. I will put these if they don't fit with what you had in mind. That's okay. Can always change that up. But I'm gonna use them here. Let's see, lights. There we are. Now, these two can be really good for lighting up the scene in modern lights. I just want there to be light here. Like I'm even tempted at expanding this, like I would want to have a little gate front. Maybe even have a, I don't have time to do that, but I'm working on this little neon sign thing. Speaking of, I do have this TV. I have phone booths. Could I do something with phone booths? Actually, I should search for those. Booth. 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 Phone booth. Yeah. Here we are. We have this thing. Probably have one of those there. But not in the front. Making sure that this is fitting. Okay. There's a little entrance-like thing there. Extra furniture. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if we're gonna do it this entirely just yet, but does give you the impression that there's some sort of entrance here to something with ladders. Yeah, it does add some detail to it, but we are. That's an interesting entrance. Take away those two. Okay. Can we find something that will work as a sign-ish thing here? Can't think of a single thing on top of my head. Definitely will need some light for it. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. What can we use? Oh. Ah, they're a little big, aren't they? But a big sign like that definitely feels on theme. It's probably too much. They're just a little bit too big. I could probably use these. And that's a simple, quick solution, I think. Not great, but it does mark this as like, hey, something is happening here. Put some solar panel area just to have them there. Players can stand on or something. We need some unsafe things hanging from this, of course. A speaker. There we go. Okay. What else needs? Oh yeah, this needs some lights. Put one up. This is why I don't have lights on the market stalls themselves. I have it on some, but if you add the lights in later, you can place them in better places, I believe. Here, for example, it's a little bit dark around this market here. Here, I think it would be nicer with a more classic light. Like, don't be afraid to use that warm light that the flames give you. I often like those better. Where else do we need to place them? Oh yeah, we could put them in these places too. Now the shoe store wouldn't use those. They would probably use something from. Let me have one more look here. The shoe store has. Oh no, shoe store. The furniture has lights, and the problem with those lights is they're very, very bright. They don't. They're definitely modern. I will use it here just because it looks different than the rest of the city. I think that could be a good thing. Here, I'm gonna place one of these old couches. So, that is such a great piece. So if it fits anywhere else, I would definitely include it. There. I feel like this place would have even like a nicer couch just hanging out. But we do need some litter there though. Like, can't be perfect, right? Like a pile of garbage and some litter. And these you can kind of, if you have them in the right height, might as well just go around and drop them a few other places too. See what works. There we are. Okay. If I was really brave, I would probably string some lights across the side here. I do know that there are probably do something like this, but I'm afraid it gets a little clunky. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let that be. I'll leave those two. Yep. And then see here. Need a little light. Here, that lights up that walkway a little bit. Here it does get a little. You have some light, but I need something more. I'm gonna bring in this light here. And same, I'm gonna hang this. I always think of like, where's the light coming from? If I were to put this bottom here, you wouldn't really light it up in a natural way, the way that vendor would want to light it up. And if you place it on the right side, then you are interfering with this light as well. So I don't know. I don't know if you put that kind of thought into the builds. If you don't have that problem, I envy you. I'm gonna move that in here so there's easier to get through here. I just realized it's a little tight to get through there, but I think we solved it. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, other places with light. Here I like what's going on. This is like blue. You kind of have a district that's blue and pinkish. It's kind of cool. Let's see if we can do more with that. Place one of these out here. So, and kind of light that up. That's nice. Those are lit up. Even do it out here. You sink it through so now nobody even sees it. Here, I'll just place it like so. All blue. Place this one up here, maybe. And then I was thinking we could add some pink in here. Let's see here. That one doesn't. This one gives some pink light. What is that one? That one's pretty good. I'm gonna bring that one in. Here. I'm gonna put this inside of this TV. And you get that pink sheen on the floor. I like that. It looks like it's coming from the TV here. That's neat. That'd be good, maybe. Don't need, I just use these if I want blue light. So, I'm in like the warm middle here. If I had more time, I would put more work in making this very middle, like the most bright part of the entire build. Really attract attention to this main large street. I don't think there's a good fast way of doing that. Could use this. Is there any way I can? Maybe that. This one is very dark, so here I'm gonna bring in something like this. Oh wow, that's. How do we light this? Huh? Where else could we put one here? And now the middle is a little bit brighter. and we keep this dark. And again, I do like the warmer lights for this section better. That's what we'll use. Hide them in, hide all the lights in like big chunky pieces when you can. I do that all the time. And hang it under things like that. That also works. Light things up nicely. This is very dark, but I kind of want people just pass over that, so fine with it. Cast a blue light on this. I like that. Okay. Fine. I do like these chairs. I find that these chairs really like, you know, they fit the theme surprisingly well. Oh, I'm gonna them around where I can. Stay here. Let's go out there. Here. Maybe one more of the ones. There we are. Could we use this? Oh, good. Oh yeah, that really lights that up, doesn't it? Yeah, that helps. Helps to just brighten that part up. Just gonna hide this. Okay. I think that's enough for the, I mean, I don't think I would have done the arcade in the middle like this. That wasn't really what I intended, but here we are. To be okay. Gonna have to put the back up here for anyone that climbs up. I think there's the stairs. Yeah, there's the stairs right here. There we are. And yeah, these small interiors here are, they have stuff in them. They have a door, so you can use them. The containers do not, but yeah, I think this will do it. Oh, almost forgot. I'm gonna add a little bit of lights to this crew out here. Where's this light go? Perfectly hit on there. Yeah. Got this one. It's like a little shop there. Yeah. A little bit of blue here and there. That down there. Just find that really helps. Put some blue details out here too. So almost done. Almost done. I hope you learned something, or if you didn't learn anything, at least you were inspired. Hope you will make some vendor places yourself for your for your builds. Oh, and I guess, is this the final tip? Let me see here. I discovered this just a few days ago. So we have this weird 3 thing here, but we only have 2. This, oh, oops. But it turns out that, see, yeah, these cover them. So you can have a 3 trifecta like that, and it'll be just perfectly fine. Yeah, no issues. I do guess we're gonna be correct here. Should have stop and walk thing here. Let's see. We have this one. So unnecessary, but oh wait. Oh my goodness. These should be on these 2 sides. This will of course be for the pedestrians. Not that accuracy like that will matter much, but you know. Okay. We have those. Do we need some light on roads? Not really. Road is not important. The market is important. And final piece, and I hope this works. We'll see. Is I will select all of this. Hopefully it's not too big. Select an old X. Select, and once I have it all selected, I'd publish slab. We'll see. I call it Vendorama or Cyberpunk Market Vendorama. I think only the 3 first words or something works. I don't know. It's yeah. Market something else. Bazaar. Yeah. And this is 24 by 48. I know that because I used the 2 road plates from Lemurians 1 set. Now I take a photo that lets me see as much as I want to see of this thing. I think that works really nice. I could probably zoom in too, but I kind of want to just have the crane in the background there. That's kind of neat. All right, and this will be public. And finally, example of Vendorama vendor booths used to inspire your own markets. Because what's the point unless you try to inspire each other, right? Ah, that's what I was afraid of. And this is like Burlington. Yeah, it's too big. So what do we do when it's too large like that? Well, we just have to upload it to TaleSpire, and I'll do that at some point. In the meantime, oh, can I get away with just this part? I think so. Too bad I won't get the, oh, maybe I can get the front. Let's see here. Okay, so if we get rid of that, okay, let's try. It would be so fun to be able to upload this market so people can just start using it right away. You know, when you're just like, oh, I need a market right now. The players are going to the market. What am I going to do? Well, here you are, you know. No. There we are. And the nice thing is that if you didn't say anything, it's still here. So that's always nice. But let's see. Let's see, will it work? Will it do it? Or do I have to upload it like a board? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it worked. That means that you can have this market right now. Just hop into mod.io, find TaleSpire, find me, Lemurian Settler, and you can have these right now. You can play with it. Oh, there we are. Into a little photo here. A good view of this. I kind of like to do this and then tighten it in a little bit. Yeah. Do that. Oh, I could be trying to take photos all night. I shouldn't be doing that. Anyhow, those are the market stalls. I'm gonna upload all of these ASAP to Tales Tavern. No, mod.io. I'll start with this one right here. It's gonna be the first one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do these in daylight so they're easier to see. Isn't that much better? Take this. I also wonder. I do a different color to just make it a bit more interesting. I tend to like to use the blue one. I use this. Yeah. And so Vendorama, market stall, like so. Those are the most important keywords. This is a 2x3, and market booth might also be something people search for, and this is the juicer. Yeah, might even get another word in there. Cyberpunk juicer. Haha, we squeezed it in right there. Combine with other Vendorama. That's the keyword I will use for this. With other Vendorama stalls. So upload. And that's how we make a slab. I just try to use keywords. I choose a weird word, Vendorama, so that I can upload several pieces in the same series and then search later on and find them. Here, as I upload these, I will place them over here. Let's see here, I'm gonna upload one more. Don't know what kind of shop this is really. There we go. Vendorama market shop stall. Yeah, and this is hardware store. And it's 2x6. Add to your Cyberpunk markets. And I always try to get a shot from an angle here so that you see everything. It's well lit, easy to register. This photo will help people identify, what is this? Do I need it? Any good for me? Put that there. And one last one. Oh yeah, the grocery. That's actually one of my favorites. I just like the way it looks. It feels authentic. I think it's a tall sign that makes it work for me. Vendorama market grocer E stall glue stall booth vendor. Nah. What else could I use? A grocery supermarket. I don't get the size I think that's fine. To your modern or cyberpunk. I think this would pass for modern, right? I think so. There we go. So I have uploaded a few then. I've uploaded the big market and these small stalls, and I hope you will get to use them. I hope you will make your own versions of them. Feel free to make your own collections and upload cool stuff. Let me know about it in the comments. I will put a link to any collection that you make at lots of market stalls. I would love to see it. Let's make lots of cool things that people can use, right? That's the awesome stuff with the browser now in TaleSpire. And I'll upload this arcade tomorrow because now I have to go to bed. Thank you again so much for watching. Please, if you want to see more stuff like this, like and subscribe, because then I will make more stuff like this. And I'm having so much fun doing it that, yeah, I really hope you do. Thanks again for watching, all of you. It means so much. And yeah, thank you for inspiring me. Have a great night.